Next week, Diane Louise Jordan celebrates 175 years of the RNLI as she goes boating on the Tyne, meets the lifeboatman who found himself in deep water, and takes the ride of her life off the Isle of Wight.
It doesn't take much to change someone's life.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself.
For your Comic Relief fundraising pack, just call 0891 900 000.
Whatever you do, do something.
BBC Two's currently in the animal zone, and in 5 minutes we'll be off to visit Tanzania to study the chimps of the Gombe National Park in Chimpanzee Diary.
Mortar, all the way. Not a drop to drink.
Hat maker. Comedian.
We have a sale.
Oh, no, another one.
Philosopher.
I think Bricklayer would be very clever about it and just not turn up.
Never judge a book by its cover. The story begins Friday at 8 with Ground Force followed by The Builders on BBC One.
Hugh Scully visits Scion House in London. The Antiques Roadshow in 30 minutes first. Brand new comedy for Sunday nights here on BBC One, all along the Watchtower.
Good job we filled up on that motorway, sir. This place might take a bit of finding.
Oh, don't worry. No one at HQ had the foggiest idea where it was either. Ah, still. At least we know we're definitely in Scotland.
Sir?
What is it, Ted?
I'm picking up something on radar number 4, sir.
Right. Lock on the tracking system, get a fix on it.
Locked on, sir.
Direction?
Incoming 20 degrees north-northwest.
Approximate distance?
8 miles and closing, sir. No, correction. 8 feet.
8 feet? What is it?
I think it might be me. Flight Lieutenant Harrison, sorry if I startled you.
Ah, it's the chap from HQ. Welcome to RAF Ochnaclarkney, Wing Commander Campbell Stokes. This is Airman Tench. So, they finally sent someone to evaluate us.
Sir?
I'm talking to a fellow officer, Tench. Yeah, I've been on and on.
Yeah, but, sir, I armed one of the missiles to intercept the incoming object. Would you like me to deactivate it?
I think that would be a good idea.
I give the orders round here, Flight Lieutenant. Punch in the code, Tench.
Right, sir.
Could I just check something, sir? According to my files, this base should have 300 men.
Well, it should have 300 men, but we're down to
200?
No, 2. In him.
Sir, does that look like a 5 or a 6 to you?
What do you think, Flight Lieutenant?
Right.
Ah, well done, men. Better log that in the incident book, Tench.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the front line, Harrison. Not like the civil service here.
Do I enter the time of the incident in this column, sir?
No, it's that column there. And use a green pen. It's a red pen if we don't survive. Now, why don't I show you to your room, Flight Lieutenant?
Yes. Presumably I've got quite a choice.
By that time, we were down to 98 men. Then he took early retirement. He joined the Red Berets. Those two opened a bed and breakfast in Hove. The entire back row was transferred to Catterick. You see, the thing is, Harrison, we simply know. No, I don't want the end bit. We simply don't have enough. Well, a bigger slice than that. No, I'll have 2 slices. We simply don't have enough men to cope with the workload of this base.
Tea or coffee, sir?
Yes, it is hard to tell, isn't it? I'll try the other one. Forgive me for asking, sir, but, what exactly are the duties of an early warning station nowadays?
How do you mean?
Well, what exactly is it you're looking out for?
Well, enemy intrusion, Harrison.
Such as?
Warsaw Pact missiles, Cuban submarines, Russian stealth bombers.
Yes, I think you'll find the Soviet Union has moved on somewhat, sir. In fact, the only chance you have of being killed by a Russian nowadays is if you made the mistake of flying on Aeroflot.
No. Well, leopard never changes its spots. Bit like a Swiss roll, Harrison. Calls itself Swiss. You'd assume it was neutral. Cut into it, and it's red to the core.
Well, if it's all right with you, sir, I'll just settle myself in and then we can begin the evaluation tomorrow.
You know, I was thinking, Harrison, you might like to come down to the village with me later on.
Oh, there's a village, is there? I hadn't realized this place was inhabited.
A wee bit frothy. I think I know where you're going wrong, Ian. You're supposed to sprinkle chocolate on it instead of it in a cup. It's a new Scottish stout, Dougie. It's a bit like Guinness, only much, much better. It's nothing but a gimmick, man. I believe you said the same thing about light bulbs. I've got to move with the times if I'm going to attract new customers.
How do you propose to do that, Dad? Everyone in the village already comes here.
Tourists. That is where the future lies.
Is that a postcard of Auchnacliffney?
Don't be ridiculous, Haley. Who'd be daft enough to waste their money? Oh.
How many of you had done that?
Just 1,000.
I'll tell you what, I'll take that one off your hands. I can send it to Alistair.
Is there a charger, Ian? Might be the only one you sell. Listen, this place is ideal for tourists. An unspoilt fishing village, nestling against the cliffs. Dwarfed by an ugly, great concrete RAF base. Oh, hello.
Hello, Ian. Pint the usual, please. All right. Oh, that looks interesting.
Yes, it's a...
Would you like a milkshake, Jamie?
Right, Tinch. That's us off. I'm leaving you in charge.
You can rely on me, sir.
Yes. Now, if there is a nuclear attack while we're out, you know what to do.
Sir?
Ring Mrs. McNally at the post office. She'll know where to find me.
Magnificent, isn't it? It's breathtaking. I didn't realize this coastline was so dramatic. Must be quite inspiring to have scenery like this on your doorstep.
Yes. Mind you, it's a long way to the nearest cash point. Still, I've grown to like it here. I know the locals, and the locals know me. Evening, Hamish. Could be hela världen,
An excellent choice. 1 pint of the new Scottish stout. It's a nice, smooth drink with a good body and extremely good head. I'll bring that over when it's settled.
Right, thanks.
That's all we need. Another foreign invader. What right have they got to build their RAF bases up here? Well, you sold them the land, Dougie. What did you think they were going to do with it? Build a donkey sanctuary.
Harrison, I'm going to level with you. I didn't bring you down here for just a pleasant social chit-chat. I have an ulterior motive.
You do, sir?
Call me Hillary.
Hillary?
Yes. When I'm off duty, I'm Hillary.
I see.
You know what I'm after, Harrison.
What's that, sir?
Men. As many men as possible. I don't care where you get them from, but I've got to have them.
For the base. For the base, right, yes. Well, yes. Obviously, I'll take your views into account. Could I just ask you something, sir? Why do you want me to call you Hillary?
My name, Harrison? Hillary can be a chap's name too, you know.
Yes, of course, right. How's that pint?
Oh, it's on its way. If you're ever in front of a firing squad and they give you a last request, I would order a pint of that.
Well, Harrison, do you want to wait, or should we think about heading back to the base?
I'm happy to go when you are, sir. It's been a long day, and I really can't see any reason to hang around here.
Oh, my God, Dad, you've actually sold a paint.
Would you excuse me? That's mine, actually.
All right. Would you like a pint while you're waiting for it to settle?
That sounds like an excellent idea. So is this how you while away the long winter evenings up here?
Well, I don't have much option.
Fergus Goes Fishing. Any good?
Yeah, a classic of its genre.
What about Fergus Goes to the Zoo?
No, it's a bit derivative. Mind you, you might learn how to spell armadillo.
Cheers.
I'm just going to finish my marking, Dad.
A word of advice, son. She's got a boyfriend.
And why would that information be of any interest to me?
Oh, well, I'll tell you why. Because that's him in the photograph.
Right.
So are we off then, Harrison?
Yes, sir.
Good God, Guthrie, what have you got there?
Postcards. Would you like one?
One, Guthrie? I want them all. You can't give away the location of our base. So these postcards will have to be censored.
I wouldn't worry if I were you, Wing Commander. There's no danger of him selling any.
Well, how many have you sold, Guthrie?
None. But my daughter sent one to her boyfriend on his oil rig.
Well, you'd have to get it back, Guthrie. How do you know he's not a spy?
Does he look like a spy?
I don't know. Could be. And then again. What you thinking, Harrison?
He's on an oil rig, is he?
Good. Next one. Ah, Harrison. Well, we're ready when you are.
Good. Well, if you'd just like to carry on with your normal duties, I'll make a few notes.
Right. Right, Tinch. Status report number 1 screen?
No, nothing on there, sir.
How about number 2 screen?
All clear, sir.
Good. Right. It is on, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Good. So we're all clear then.
So would you say this was a fairly typical day, sir?
Well... Ah, there you are, an alert. Now, what does that mean, Tinch?
Apple crumbles ready, sir. Finished, sir.
Well done, Tinch. Another vital intelligence task completed.
So tell me, sir, when was the last time this base had a major incident?
Well, let's see. Oh, there was one yesterday.
Yes, apart from when you mistook me for an incoming missile.
Right. Let's have a look. No. Nope. Nothing there. Nope. No, I didn't think so. I'll have to get back to you on that one, Harrison.
Yes, well, whenever you've got a spare moment, sir.
Oh, look, sir. I've just noticed. You can just make out our Land Rover parked in the village.
Good Lord, sir, you can. Well spotted, Airman.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Well, you better get cracking. Censor that as well.
Would you like some breakfast, sir?
Are you sure you got enough, sir?
It's what's in the stores. There's only 2 of us, but we still get the supplies for 300 men.
Don't they have any other size tins?
Oh, they do, sir. I can't even lift those.
Tell me, Tench, there's a certain young woman in the village. I was rather keen to find out a bit more about her.
Who's that then, sir?
Oh, come on, you must have noticed her. She was serving in the pub.
There's a pub?
You must have been there.
No, sir, I haven't had any leave. We've been far too busy.
I see.
So who's this gorgeous barmaid then, sir?
Well, actually, she's the local school teacher, and unfortunately has a boyfriend who looks like the bloke off the Scott's porridge oats packet.
No competition there then, sir?
How do you mean?
Well, you know, yellow, hairy, face like this.
Yes, I think you might be confusing it with the Sugar Puffs packet.
Work, it just never stops.
Did you remember the milk, sir?
Yes. Now, Harrison, I've got a busy day ahead of me. I have to prepare for a very important meeting.
And what would that be, sir? The Regional Strategy Group, the Joint NATO Heads of Staff briefing?
No, it's the Village Liaison Committee. I want to see how Mrs. Mulvey talks her way out of the raffle ticket fiasco. In fact, you might like to come along yourself.
Oh, I think I'll give that a miss, thank you, sir.
Oh, suit yourself. If you change your mind, we meet at 6 o'clock at the village school.
The school? Actually, do you know, I think I might be able to make it. Is there any more mustard?
I think we might have some more in the stores.
So try tipping it into another glass. No, it's still not working. What? Oh, thank you very much. So much for the stout helpline.
Never mind, Ian. At least you got your postcards back.
Oh. You know, I think they're more appealing with the base removed. It adds an air of mystery.
All right, Ian. Postcards, huh?
Huh?
Where is this place?
It's Auchtercloughney.
That's never Auchtercloughney.
Where's the base?
But it had to be removed for security reasons.
It doesn't look like Auchtercloughney if it hasn't got the RAF base on.
That base is like a beacon to us at sea.
Aye, it's no good having a postcard without the base on.
If you'd had them with the base on, I'd have bought some.
Hello. Sorry to disturb you. I was looking for the Village Liaison Committee.
You're early. The meeting doesn't start till 6.
Oh, doesn't it? Would you mind if I waited?
Not at all. How are you at making sheep?
Well, I'm not sure we covered it at RAF training school, but I'll give it a go. So is this for your art class?
No, it's not art, Flight Lieutenant. It's history. We're doing the Battle of Culloden.
Right. So you're the history teacher, then?
Mm-hmm. I'm the French teacher, and the maths teacher, and the geography teacher. Well, that's when I'm not on dinner duty.
So it's just you running the whole school?
Yeah, just me and the volunteer. The man who helps make the sheep. Whatever his name is.
Right, sorry, yes. Simon Harrison.
Amelie, you grab the other end of this. Make sure it's straight.
So, who's the boy wonder?
It's one of our ex-pupils.
Is this by any chance the same person whose photos are plastered all over the pub?
The very same. His name's Alistair.
Too bad he wasn't around at Culloden. Result might have gone the other way.
Right, everyone, I'd like to welcome you to this meeting of the RAF Village Liaison Committee. Those present myself, Mr. Guthrie, Mrs. Malvey. Now, item number 1, raffle tickets.
Before we come on to that, I've got something very important to raise. My postcards are unsellable after what you've done to them. I know your point about national security, but I'm afraid I really must insist on some sort of compensation.
That is outrageous.
But I'm glad you agree, Mrs. Mulvey.
Mrs. Greaves has left her moped in the disabled parking space. And is that not a pile of litter on the street? What sort of impression does that give? And I'm sure I can see that couple above the post office. I know what they get up to in there, Mr. Guthrie. I can't stand by while you send that sort of smut all over the world.
Well, Mrs. Mulvey, perhaps you'd like to borrow this. So, how's the report coming along, Harrison?
Nearly there, sir.
Good. Good. Well, I look forward to reading that. In due course, then. Harrison, give me the gist of it.
Well, you're not going to like this, sir. I am afraid that this base fails to meet the RAF standard of efficiency. So, I'm going to have to recommend that they close it.
Close it? I don't understand. Ah, you mean we say it's closed. The enemy thinks it's closed, but it is in fact open. Brilliant.
No.
So, we don't tell the enemy it's closed. They assume that it's closed, whereas all the time it's open.
Ah, no. We say it's closed. The enemy think it's closed, and they're right.
What's happened to your cards, Ian? They've been attacked by the provisional wing of the Women's Institute.
Mrs. Mulvey, don't blame her. It's the RAF's fault. Typical of the English, opening up their bases without a thought for the local community.
Bye, Dad.
Ailey, could you give me a hand to scrape?
No, lunch hour's over. I have to get back to school before my class wrecks the place.
Oh, hi.
Bye.
Sorry, before you go, I have some news that may be of interest to you.
Well, you'll need to make it quick. I have to get back.
Thank you. Since I've arrived in Auchnacluckney, it's become pretty clear to me that none of you particularly like having a large and, frankly, rather hideous RAF base above your village. Well, I have some good news. I am about to file a report which recommends that RAF Auchnacluckney is closed down forever.
Well, thank you very much.
What?
Who do you think you are? Swanning into our village and meddling in our business. You have no understanding of the situation. Well, I just hope you are pleased with what you've done.
Well, that went down well.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Flight Lieutenant. I'm afraid you touched a raw nerve.
I thought she'd be pleased. I thought everyone here disliked the base.
Oh, we do. We hate it, don't we?
Abomination.
I don't understand.
Well, you see, it's the village school. We can only have one if there are a certain number of people living here.
Right, so you include the 300 people that should be up at the base.
Well, we said 350, but if you close the base, we'll lose our school.
Typical of the English, closing down their bases without a thought for the local community.
More coffee, Harrison?
No, thank you, sir.
Croissant?
No, thanks.
Honey nut loops?
No, thank you.
Harrison, I'm begging you. Is there nothing I can do to make you reconsider?
I'm afraid it's too late, sir. I've already sent the report.
What?
Before you get too worked up, sir, since we spoke yesterday, I have received some new information. I now realise that this base does fulfil a vital function after all. So I'm recommending that they keep it open.
Well, Harrison, I don't know what to say.
That's quite all right, sir.
So you're finished here, then?
Yes, as long as my driver manages to find his way back here by tomorrow, it's off to some other RAF base to evaluate its efficiency.
Well, I tell you what, Harrison, if it's inefficiency you're looking for, go to RAF Boddington. I was in charge there for 4 years. Nobody did a stroke of work.
I'll bear that in mind, sir.
Well, I'm glad we've sorted it out in a manner which befits RAF officers. It's good to know there's still a code of honour.
Sir, I fixed the brakes on the Land Rover.
Incidentally, Harrison, if you're thinking of going down to the village, I'd walk if I was you.
What are you doing with your postcards, Ian? I'm just finishing them off now.
What is it?
Ochna Clochny in winter.
Aye, so it is.
I'll have one of those.
I'll take a couple.
Oh, ha. Look, I've heard, and I'm sorry about the other day. I was a wee bit hard on you. I mean, you couldn't have known about the school.
I had no idea it would make you so angry.
I wasn't angry, Simon. That was mildly irritated. You don't want to see me when I'm angry.
That's on the house.
Oh, thanks very much.
So you're off tomorrow, then?
Yes, just thought I'd pop in and say goodbye to all the good friends I've made. And to you, Mr. McLachlan.
Oh, well, if you're ever passing this way again, Flight Lieutenant, just keep going.
Well, here's to your class. May they pass all their exams with flying colours.
Yeah, on that subject, I wanted to invite you to the school before you leave us. My class would like to make a wee presentation as a token of their thanks.
Well, I'd be delighted. Must be a first for round here.
What?
Something that isn't being presented to Alistair.
True enough.
Still, I guess you have to be pretty tough to survive life on a North Sea oil rig.
But he's not on a North Sea oil rig, Simon. He's in an oil rig in Venezuela. And, there's something else you should know. You know that pint of stout you ordered? It's settled.
Goodbye, Harrison.
Goodbye, sir.
You're welcome to come back any time.
No offence, sir, but I rather hope the next time I see Ochna is from a plane on my way to evaluate the beach at RAF Antigua.
Well, give us a wave anyway, sir.
Yes. Hi there.
Hi, glad you could make it.
Well, I couldn't disappoint your class, could I? Where are they?
What do you mean?
Your class, where are they?
This is my class. Say hello to the flight lieutenant, Callum.
Hello. Have you ever killed anyone?
Not yet.
Callum would like to present you with something. Go on, Callum.
Thank you for saving our school.
Well, that's lovely. Thank you, Callum.
Right, class. Carry on with your work.
If I had known that I was jeopardising my entire career for the sake of one pupil...
Well, it's not his fault he's the only one here. He is entitled to an education. If they close this place, it's 40 miles to the nearest school.
Well, there's no going back now. I suppose I'll just have to stick to my story.
I do appreciate it, you know.
Well, I don't suppose I'll see you again.
No, don't suppose you will.
I've put your bags in the boot, sir.
Thank you.
I see you've been busy.
Oh, yeah. Thinking of taking it back to the ministry. It's about the most sophisticated piece of equipment they've got up here.
Oh, by the way, sir, HQ have been trying to get in touch with you. You can use the car phone if you like.
Right.
So the way I see it, they must bake one pink cake and one yellow cake and stick them both together.
Yes, I can see that.
Which is why it is mathematically impossible for there to be an uneven number of Battenberg cakes in the world.
How did we get on to this subject?
We were talking about donuts, sir.
Yes. Before that?
Oh, yes. There's an urgent fax from HQ. Oh.
Excellent news, Tench. From the evaluator's assessment, it would appear that RAF Auchnaclachny is currently undermanned, and we have therefore arranged for an increase in your personnel.
Flight Lieutenant Harrison, sir. Reporting for duty. Well, from what I can gather, sir, they received my report and began a painstaking search for the ideal officer. One whose background and experience would perfectly complement the existing skills at this base. And then picked me because I was here already.
That's what I love about the RAF, Harrison. Efficiency.
We're back at the base at 6:20 next Sunday. And next tonight on BBC One, we're off to the Antiques Roadshow.
Saturday, join me, Brian Connolly, for the all-new